judge, jury, and non-fatal executioner, sovereigns of the seas, protectors of the people, heroes in the form of hobos, and guardsmen in the form of gulls, Judge Dredd as a dragon, with less of a bloodthirst. Bronze dragons are a type of lawful good metallic dragon. Metallic dragons in general are good aligned. Bronze dragons are one of the three lawful good metallic dragons in base 5th edition, alongside the silver and gold dragon. Bronze dragons generally live near the ocean, usually sitting upon cliffs where they judge nearby vessels and gauging whether or not they are pirates. And if they are, they will stop them, rip apart their ship, take the pirates, and throw them upon a deserted island where they can live out their days. Bronze dragons, despite their militaristic and warrior culture, are surprisingly against killing. They usually attempt to win battles without inflicting any damage, using a secondary breath weapon, a black repulsive force that doesn't deal any damage but deals a lot of knockback, as their bread and butter for winning combat. They do have They have a formidable set of claws, jaws, and a crushing tail, and a lightning breath. But they generally save that for if they decide they need to kill something. Bronze dragons mostly live in the ocean. They love eating sharks. They love eating coral and amber too. They have a secret adornment for gold. They don't ask for it. They generally say, "No, please do not pay me with gold. I don't want it." They secretly love it. They're like Squidward, but instead of Krabby Patties, it's gold. They mostly do this because they view gold as the main reason for most evil in the world. Even though this may have started off a bit too fast, and apologize for the shaky camera, but I will now describe the bronze dragon's appearance. They generally stand a bit like a lion when on the ground. They raise their neck and head up like a cobra when attempting to speak or firing their breath weapon. They have a sail running down their back, which is green in color. Their body is mostly bronzish in color, go figure. And they have bits of green on them, similar to like the Statue of Liberty. And also, before you ask, yes, the dragon came before the metal. Bronze dragons also have a sort of crown of spikes on the side of their head, somewhat resembling part of a helmet, and their face partially resembles a beak. The beak is a bit ironic, as they generally polymorph into seagulls in order to spy, on whether it be on pirates, on regular ships, or on populaces. They also sometimes infiltrate cities and, well, towns as hobos, or a beggar, usually begging for money to test people's goodwill. And if the person is good, well, they don't get rewarded. The bronze dragon just likes seeing whether or not someone is a good person or not. However, if they are attacked, they will fight back, and given that most adult bronze dragons have slayed other evil dragons before, or even a type of giant-made monster called a behir, they're going to kick your ass. Bronze dragons are generally very reclusive, towards humanoids at least. They view humanoids as not worth their time, small and insignificant. They view you more as like a pet or an ant farm. They don't eat you, they don't want to kill you, they just view you as an annoying little thing that needs protection. They do enjoy talking with other members of their species. They will mate for life, and they will defend their children with their lives. Bronze dragons are generally good, well-meaning, but sometimes they're strict. My decision is final. I am the law. Can cause them to become tyrannical, dominating and controlling a populace, thinking that it's in their best intentions. Sadly, bronze dragons rarely change their minds about things, and that is generally bad for the people in question and the dragon. Bronze dragons rarely feud with other types of dragons, mostly because their territory rarely overlaps with others. However, they do hate the shark demon race, the Sahuagin. Mainly because, one, they're evil and like killing people. Second, they taste like shark. As for their lair, they will generally have an underwater cave system that has a chamber that is dry that they will use to store and build their hoard. Most of their lair is covered in sharp barnacles and shells and narwhal horns, which they will sometimes use to slam their opponents against in order to hurt them and make them retreat. Bronze dragons are relatively unknown to most populaces, mainly because they're in the form of beggars or seagulls or dolphins. As for my thoughts about them, I really like bronze dragons. I love their design. I love their lore. I love their abilities, and I just love that they are just Spartan dragons. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Tune in next time for a thing on black dragons, and maybe even a little audio dramas involving a bronze dragon. See you then.